This video is brought to you by Audible. You can go to audibletrial.com/halocanon to get a free 30-day trial. Stick around for more details. Well, it's Tuesday, March 2nd, and the long-awaited Halo Point of Light is officially released. And God, where do I even begin with this book? I suppose the beginning is the only place to start though, isn't it? When I first got my hands on Halo Smoke and Shadow back in 2016, I was enthralled by the tale author Kelly Gay weaved of the daughter of Sergeant Forge embarking on a journey to find her father. Though we all knew what would lie at the end of that journey, Ms. Gay knew how to make the journey engaging, aided in no small part by her masterful ability to tie together known plot threads and characters. I said at the time my main issue with Smoke and Shadow was that it wasn't enough, that Kelly Gay should get to write a full book. In 2019, my prayers were answered by Halo Renegades. Continuing Ryan Forge's story, this book brought together tons of disparate lore and story threads, and perhaps most importantly, took the lingering thread of 343 Guilty Spark's survival and made something of it. More than that, she gave Spark a character arc, and after completing his previous goal, gave him a new one that arose organically from the story and lore. Renegades was amazing, and I couldn't wait for more. Now in 2021, we get the follow-up to Renegades in Halo Point of Light, and I worry now that a lot of my previous 10 out of 10 ratings for other books are going to seem empty. But let me back up a bit. Halo Point of Light picks up the story of Ryan Forge, Spark, and the Ace of Spades crew in August of 2558. Much like Renegades before it, and even Smoke and Shadow to a lesser extent, Point of Light brings together references and lore from across the Halo franchise. Sometimes these are just cool names to feature because, why not, but more often they are deep and meaningful. I cannot tell you how many times I went, "Oh fuck," while reading this book. Recently, my buddy Harspus said that Point of Light is the most important Halo novel since Halo Silentium, and I cannot help but agree. If Halo Infinite is the start of the next 10 years of Halo's core story, Point of Light is very much a similar jumping off point for the universe at large. The revelations and ideas that are brought up just cannot be undervalued. Much like with Renegades, there is content in this book that myself and others have been waiting years to see followed up on. Now, that may seem like you need to have a ton of background knowledge going into this book to understand and appreciate what's going on, but I want to assure you that this book is completely friendly to new readers. While having knowledge of the other books, the Forerunner saga in particular, can certainly deepen your appreciation, the book takes care to walk you through the important plot details in a way that's engaging and informative. And speaking of engagement, something this book does incredibly well is pacing. The chapters can be surprisingly short at times, which both makes for an easy read and a steady pace. This takes an already engaging story and turns it into a book that you just won't want to put down. Circling back, I again can't help but draw connections to Silentium. Something I absolutely loved in Halo Renegades were the point of view chapters, where we'd break away from the standard third-person storytelling to really get into the mind of Spark, understanding his thought process and feelings at pivotal moments. Point of Light does this much more frequently, and not just with Spark, but also Ryan Forge, helping to forge, pun intended, a deeper emotional connection with the characters. Another thing I feel Kelly Gay does incredibly well, perhaps better than any other author for the Halo universe, is make the universe feel lived in. It's one thing to have a deep, rich lore spanning millennia and more, but Ms. Gay brings a sense of history to that universe. Worlds visited aren't simply a new location for the next plot point to happen, but are fleshed out with their own histories and cultures that are sometimes directly addressed and other times simply alluded to. And moreover, this is usually done by talking about the people, not necessarily the planet as a whole. This takes an already amazing story and turns it into something even more. Like with Renegades before it, I can see lore fans referring to this book for years to come, not just for the major stuff, but for the little details too. Halo Point of Light is an incredibly satisfying story that went in directions I never could have expected, much less predicted, and covered topics both I was looking forward to and ones I never would have expected. As you've guessed, this book is an easy 10 out of 10 for me. It's a bit early to say right now, but this may end up being one of my favorite Halo novels of all time, up there with Halo Silentium. At times, it feels like I'm back in 2013 again, reading Silentium for the first time after just finishing Halo 4. A whole universe of possibilities is opening up before us, and I cannot wait to see where it all goes. Halo Point of Light is available now at booksellers near you, along with online book retailers, and in audiobook format. If you're looking to go the audiobook route, consider using Audible. You can get a free 30-day trial right now by going to audibletrial.com/halocanon. Audible has a massive library of audiobooks, and you can cancel at any time without losing any audiobooks you've purchased. And if you're looking to get Point of Light, it's narrated by the voice of 343 Guilty Spark himself, Tim Dodabo. And I have to say, he did a damn good job. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and if you've read Point of Light, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Special thanks to our theoretical patrons. If you'd like to see your name here or get a direct shout out, check out patreon.com/halocanon. You can simply support the channel or get additional benefits, such as behind the scenes material and shoutouts like this. However, your continued viewership is enough for me. If you enjoy this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and maybe even subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. If you really enjoy this, turn on that notification bell so you can be among the first to see new videos when they release. But for all my fellow Canonites, keep being awesome.